Dwayne Johnson, who is part owner of the new United Football League, said Larry David called him out of the blue to suggest some pretty big rule changes. First of all, Larry's FING crazy, Johnson said on Wednesday's episode of The Tonight Show, responding to David's reveal that he made the call during a March appearance on ESPN's The Rich Eisen Show. "So, Larry David calls me," Johnson said. "Larry, if you guys don't know, he is so kicker-averse. He hates this idea that they'll play a game, and the players will leave it all out on the field, and it can, at times, come down to the kicker. He hates that idea." He then attempted an impression of the Curb Your Enthusiasm creator. He goes, "Why you're going to launch the new league, right? What can we do about the kickers? Do we need the kickers?" Johnson, a former football player, continued, "We had this spirited conversation. We need the kickers, by the way, because kickers are an amazing component of football." Johnson didn't appear upset by the unsolicited suggestion, though. "It was the greatest phone call to get," he said. "We'd never spoken before, and he's awesome. He's brilliant." It felt like it was the final episode of Curb. David recounted the call on a March episode of Rich Eisen's show, the same show where he previously ranted about hating kickers being part of the NFL. The Seinfeld co-creator said Johnson had no idea what he was calling about, but was nice enough to call back. In his account, David says, "I pitched him my no goalposts idea, and I thought it was going to happen. He was into it. I gotta tell you, if there's one thing I could accomplish in my life, if I could get rid of these goalposts, I will die a happy man," David continued. "That will give me more pleasure than anything." While Johnson didn't take David's suggestion, the UFL, which was the result of a merger between the XFL and USFL, did bring over a rule from the XFL, and David was pleased. There are no extra points in the league. There are, however, still field goals and, thus, still kickers.